Hello everyone. In the previous part of the video, we have learned about dispersion of light, formation of rainbow, in which white light splits into 7 colors, and also we have learned about twinkling of stars, advanced sunrise and delayed sunset, which occurs due to atmospheric refraction. Now from this chapter, the last topic is scattering of light. The interplay of light with objects around us give rise to several spectacular phenomena in nature. And some of the wonderful phenomena that we are familiar with are, like for example, blue color of the sky, the color of water in deep sea, red color of the sun during sunrise and sunset, etc. Besides this, there are many other phenomena that we are going to discuss later on in this video. Now let us learn about scattering of light. So at first let us consider sun, which is very far away from earth. And the surface of the earth is surrounded by layers of atmosphere. And when the rays of the sun enters the earth's atmosphere, the rays interacts with the gas molecules and particles which are present in the atmosphere. And these rays get redirected into different directions. And this phenomena we call it scattering of light. So here we define scattering of light as the phenomena by which a beam of light is redirected in many different directions when it interacts with a particle of matter. Now the question is, as the sunlight consists of 7 colors, whether all the 7 colors will be scattered by same amount or not. And the answer to this is given by this relation, which is scattering is inversely proportional to the wavelength of light. So from this relation, we came to know that wavelength of light and the amount of scattering, they are inversely proportional, which means if one increases, the other will decrease. And among the 7 colors, the red color has the longest wavelength and blue color has the shortest wavelength. So because of longest wavelength of red color will be least scattered, and the blue color as well as the violet color is the most scattered light. Now the next phenomena is Tyndall effect. This Tyndall effect also comes under the topic scattering of light, but in this case the light will be scattered by the colloidal particles. Now let us learn more about Tyndall effect with an activity. So here we consider two beakers in which the first beaker is filled with pure water and the second beaker is filled with mixture of water and milk. The difference between them is the first pure water is the true solution and the mixture of water and milk we call it colloidal solution. Now we take torchlight and then we switch it on. Then what we find the difference between them is in the pure water we cannot see the path of the light, but in the mixture of water and milk we see the path of the light. This is because in the mixture of water and milk the light is scattered by the particles of fats. So now we define Tyndall effect as the phenomena of scattering of light by the colloidal particles, and the colloidal particles are the small solid particles that are suspended in a fluid phase. Now the second example of Tyndall effect is when a torch is switched on in a foggy environment, the path of the light becomes visible. So here this is the path of the light So in this scenario, the water droplets in the fog are responsible for the light scattering. This is another example of Tyndall effect. So when the sunlight enters a dark room filled with smoke, then the path of the light is visible. And also we have noticed in a dense forest, when the sun rays finds a small way to enter the dark forest, then there also we can see the path of the light. Now the next topic is blue color of sky. During the daytime, when the sky is clear and when we look at the sky, then we see the color of sky blue. The reason for this is also scattering of light by the particles present in the atmosphere. When the sunlight passes through the atmosphere, the fine particles in the air scatters the blue color more strongly than the red, because blue color has the shortest wavelength and will be scattered more than the red color. And this scattered blue light enters our eye and we see the color of the sky blue. Now the next heading is, why are danger signals red in color? We have seen all the danger signals red in color because as the red light is least scattered by the particles in the atmosphere, it is able to see from a very far distance also. So because of this reason, all the danger signals are red in color. Now the last phenomena related to the scattering of light is reddish color of sun at sunrise and sunset. Why do we see the sun red in color during sunrise and sunset, but at noon time we see white in color? The reason is, during sunrise and sunset, the sun rays has to travel a relatively larger distance than at the noon time. So here we consider the surface of the earth, and as we know that surface of the earth is covered by the layers of atmosphere. And we consider the position of sun during sunrise or sunset and at the noon time. So this is the position of the sun during sunrise or sunset, and this is the position of the sun at noon time. Now it is clear from this figure that the distance between the sun and the earth at noon time is shorter than the distance between the sun and earth during sunrise and sunset. Now during sunrise and sunset, the sun rays has to travel a very larger distance. And while covering the large distance, the blue color will be scattered away and only the red color will be able to reach the surface of the earth. So because of this reason, during sunrise and sunset, we see the color of the sun red. But during the noon time, the sun is overhead and the distance between the earth and the sun is very small. So because of this, blue color will be scattered by a very small amount only, and almost all the colors reach the surface of the earth, and we see the color of the sun white during the noon time.